Hi. I'm like a turtle. Hi, hi. What's up? I feel a little better. Of course I feel a little better. Of course I feel better. Just ate. No, that's funny. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. Yeah, I enjoyed going outside, except we were inside. Indoor pool. The indoor pool was safer than the outdoor pool. Hi, Elle. You're back. Elle, meet Jamie. Jamie, Elle, Virgo, Gemini. Virgo, Gemini. Oh, let's do a Virgo. Since Sandy is here, let's do Sandy. Aren't you a Virgo too? Let's do a Virgo. You know, what do you call that? And we need to do one. We need to do one for a Gemini. Hi, Crystal. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to like add extra. Crystal, when you say my team, did you just join the First Form app? I haven't sent the message today yet. Ooh, Capricorn. Ooh, you listen to Leo? Oh, I did Pisces today with Helen. Okay, ooh, which one should we do first? Should we go down the... should we go down the order? Capricorn is January. Let's go down the order. Oh, you switched to me today. Okay. Excuse me. Choking. Let me send you my welcome letter. And then we're going to have zodiac talks. Yeah. Zodiac fat loss. Hi, Sonia. You got my message? Crystal, let me send you your welcome letter. Your welcome message. Crystal, what is your... I got it. Crystal AC. There you are. Crystal, if you purchase any... Oh my gosh. If you purchase any... I'm literally choking on my protein. If you purchase any First Form products, and it's going to be a weird thing for me to say, but since I can't message you this, if there's any way you can use a new email address, that way I get credits. Because when you swap people, it doesn't actually swap. The swapping doesn't count. Hi, Liz. Okay, I messaged you. You don't have to listen to it right now. I messaged you. All right. So, the way it works with my coaching, I sent you a welcome message because I want you to track your food the way you normally track. So that way I get to know you and see how you eat before you start dieting. Okay? We need to see what's your baseline. All right, Sonia, you ready? We're gonna do steady cardio tonight. Okay? So You're going to increase your incline. All right, let's go. Capricorn. Do we have a Capricorn in the house? Okay. We'll start with you.
Never, ever say these 7 things to Capricorn. Mysterious, distant, and aloof. Capricorns are one of the most misunderstood signs in the zodiac, in no small part because they like it that way. Despite their reputation as completely unflappable, there are plenty of things that bother Capricorn, and being described with any of the following 7 words definitely fits in that category. Number 1.
Here's what I found from Wikipedia.
Shut up.
Ways. It's a lie that they're unwilling to change or admit that they're wrong about something.
Ooh.
Number 1. Inflexible. While it's true that Capricorns can be very set in their ways, it's a lie that they're unwilling to change or admit that they're wrong about something. They'll do so readily as long as you're able to demonstrate that they're in the wrong. After all, Capricorns aren't stubborn, they're skeptical, and they're far more comfortable going with what they already know than the new. Show them there's a better way though, and they'll change.
So that's one of the difficult things of coaching a Capricorn, is when I tell you something that you have to do that's new, that you're not used to. Capricorns are very comfortable in their own ways. And to get fit, since we're fitness channel here, to get fit, you have to do something that you are uncomfortable doing, number 1. Number 2, you have to trust a stranger to tell you what to do. And that is also extremely hard because nobody wants to trust a stranger. So those are the, it's okay, so keep going. Keep going.
Their minds just fine. Number 2, aloof. Capricorns are often described as cold and emotionally unavailable. And though it's true they tend to prefer being on their lonesome, it's also true they're capable of going to extremes for those they love. They just do so privately and prefer to keep those actions to themselves. Some people believe in telling people you love them. Capricorns believe in showing it through actions rather than words. Number 3.
And sometimes that action is like a workaholic. So I had a client who showed how, it was a guy, I was coaching a guy. He was showing how he loves his wife by working a lot. So he was the breadwinner. She was a Virgo. So he was a breadwinner, and he thought that if he works hard and she gets to stay home and be with the kids and doesn't have to work, and then he showered her with very expensive gifts, that was his way of showing her love. So he had trouble getting fit because he was constantly working, thinking that he was showing her love and it was all about her. Meanwhile, he was losing it because he didn't put enough time in for himself. So thankfully we were able to switch that, because he had to see that was not her love language, that was his. Make sense?
3. Lazy. This is a sure way of infuriating a Capricorn, because that couldn't be farther from the truth. 3. Lazy. This is a sure way of infuriating a Capricorn, because that couldn't be farther from the truth. Capricorns are some of the hardest working people out there. They just happen to do it in a way that isn't obvious. Capricorns know that working smart is often way better than working hard, and they'll find ways to streamline their workload and simplify their tasks to achieve the most, doing the least. Number 4, boring. Calling Capricorns boring isn't only rude, it's also completely wrong. Capricorns are inventive, intelligent, and incredibly clever, making them one of the most interesting signs out there. Of course, they're not all fun and games, and they're likely to spend their free time partying, but that doesn't make them boring. They just have fun in their own way. Number 5, mean-spirited. Capricorns are many things, but mean-spirited isn't one of them. They can be incredibly sarcastic and often have a dry sense of humor, which adds to their cold and cruel reputation. Indeed, Capricorns are far from the most gentle signs in the zodiac, and they often don't realize their words can hurt others, but it's very unlikely that they go out of their way to insult people. Chances are, if a Capricorn insults you, they don't even realize they did it. Number 6. Overambitious. Capricorns are ambitious signs who strive to be better every day. While they're primarily focused on self-improvement, this attitude can often rub people the wrong way, as they'll mistakenly assume some Capricorns are too greedy and power-hungry. Indeed, this trait will often lead Capricorn in positions of power, but the power and the wealth are only positive side effects of what they're really attempting to achieve, standing out at what they do. And at number 7, perfectionists. Yes, they are perfectionists. Yes, they know this. Yes, they've been told this over and over again. Capricorns know they're perfectionists. You don't need to tell them what they already know. Now, tell us one thing which you hate to hear down in the comments box. Thank you for watching the video.
So because you're a perfectionist, again, when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to fitness, it's not perfect. To lose weight is not a perfect road. It's not a perfect road. It's a lifestyle. You can't commit to weight loss perfectly as you can to a job. So let me ask you, do you work full-time? Angelica, do you work full-time? Don't tell me what you do yet. Do you work full-time? Yes. Do you work at a desk with spreadsheets like accounting or finance? Is your head down like this? Accounting or spreadsheets or finance, which actually are all the same, right? They're all financial, right? Accounting, finance, the same thing. I used to work on Wall Street, right? So your head's always down because you're a perfectionist and you need to get the job done. But when it comes to fitness, if you are trying to get fit, I don't know, I'm assuming if you're here, you do want to get fit, you'll have to, hey Helen, you going outside? You'll have to tell me what is your goal, right? So if you do want to get fit, you have to understand who you are, and you have to understand that fitness goals are not going to be like spreadsheets. It could be, you could make a spreadsheet, but every single day, especially when you're a woman, your hormones change. You get your period. When you get your period, your hormones change. I'm assuming if you're here, you're also a mom. And so your kids, your life is going to get in the way of your fitness goals, because that's what life does. Life is always in the way of this. So when you get frustrated with yourself because you're trying to make your fitness be like that, but it's impossible. It is just humanly not possible. So when you get frustrated, you're getting frustrated at something you cannot control, like a spreadsheet. Oh, I hope you did not do today's workout. Today's workout was poo-poo. Does that make sense? Does that help? Angelica, do you want to share? Thank you, Tim. Dispatch, you're glued to the screen. Yeah. Do you want to share so everybody understands, because it'll help someone else? What do you feel like you're struggling with? I feel like My face is getting thin again. Is my face thinning out again? Oh, Helen, were you low energy today too? So before we go to the next sign, are my cheeks getting, I feel like my cheeks are starting to pop and my jawline is getting, right? Because there's no Instagram filter here. Angelica, do you want to share? If not, I'm going to move on to Aquarius. It was different. Yeah, today was, I am struggling. I'm back to low calories, detoxing from fake fun food. So I was in a shitty mood today. Results, period. I always want results. You always want time to equal out a specific number. Right. Yeah. And so I don't know if you were on my live yesterday, but the specific number you're looking for happens in like 7 days. Okay? You have to give your body consistency for 7 days. If you don't give your body consistency for 7 days, it's not going to give you the number that you expect. That's the problem. So I do not stick to having these expectations all year round. Okay? So I got fit for my last bodybuilding show, which was April 30th. Then I take a break, and now I'm doing it again. That's the secret to weight loss. You commit, you don't. You commit, and you stop. Because if you're constantly committed, you're always going to be disappointed. So you work out for an hour today and lose blank amount of numbers. Okay, hold on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. You worked out for an hour today and you lose amount of numbers. What are those numbers that you're losing? What are we talking about? Where do you find these numbers that you say you lose? No, I don't think she's talking about the scale, because she said she worked out for an hour, and then what? Where do you don't have specific, but like when people are counting calories. Okay, listen, now you're hiding some truth, and you're hiding the truth because you don't want us to judge you. Now, no one knows you, no one's judging you, you're only judging yourself. So if you don't share the full truth and nothing but the truth, so help you chicken, this isn't gonna work. So tomorrow, you're gonna be back to expecting to see some number. And the reason you don't want to share your truth and nothing but the truth, so help you chicken, is because you think these strangers of 34 people are gonna be judging you. But the only person who judges is you judging yourself. Because you know what you are about to not type sounds fucking crazy, and you're embarrassed to sound crazy. Meanwhile, you're not crazy. You're not sharing anything crazy. In fact, whatever you're gonna share that you think sounds crazy is actually every single human truth. Every single human. The thing that I know you don't want to type, because I'm not new here. I feel exactly the same way. We all do. Oh, here's what I wanted to share, and I'm having trouble articulating in a video what I'm about to tell you. So I'm slowing down to tell you the thing that no one shares online. When I started my journey, I was 180 pounds. I lost 55 pounds in 4 months. The reason I lost 55 pounds so fast is because I was going on Steve Harvey, and I didn't want to look like a whale on TV, because being on camera adds 10 pounds. Just like when people see my massive boobs, they think they're massive. Meanwhile, I'm smaller today than 20 years ago. Okay? So, the thing that people don't share, once I've lost the weight, I then looked in the mirror and asked myself, why am I still fat? So then I went to the doctor and he told me I need to lose weight. So I got down to 114 pounds in a non-healthy way, in a terrible way. I went to a Halloween party. I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, why am I still fat? I'm 114 pounds. So I'm fat at 114 pounds, and I'm fat at 127 pounds, and I was fat at 180 pounds. That doesn't make any sense. So for the next 10 years, I continued not to eat. I continued to count calories. I continued to eat like a bird and then binge on the weekends. But I didn't tell anybody I was binging on the weekends. I didn't know I was binging on the weekends. But come Monday, I was overweight again. And then I would look in the mirror and be like, I was down 2 pounds Friday, up 4 pounds on Monday. Are you working at, what are you, blah, blah. Helen, am I telling you how to walk or are you good? Okay, so, on my I just saw my old house on TV. That's weird. On my 40th birthday, I had what the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm 40 years old. I'm still fat. What the fuck is wrong with me? So I decided to join the bodybuilding community because they're the ones that know how to get fit. If you look at a bodybuilder, they're all fucking jacked. So I then trusted the process for the next 18 months into someone else. One day, I can show you the picture. One day, I saw myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, wow, I look good. Wow. Oh my God, I look so good. But I didn't have any makeup on. So I took a picture like this. Okay? Because I didn't have any makeup on. And I don't like to be seen with no makeup. This was before filter days. So I took a picture. I saw myself and I'm like, wow, I look so good, but I hate those leggings. I was wearing a dirty sports bra. I didn't have any makeup on. And so I couldn't share the picture. Fine. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow came. I did my cardio. I wore something else. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, what happened? Where did all the work go? What happened? I don't know what happened. Well, now I know what happened. That same day, I decided not to pursue doing a bodybuilding show. And because I quit the bodybuilding show, my coach at the time fired me. So I felt depressed, sad, every single emotion, and binged that night. So whatever muscle I had that morning didn't exist the next day because I felt guilty, I felt fat, I gained 3 pounds from eating whatever the hell I ate. I was still upset I didn't want to take a picture. It just changed how I felt yesterday. And so from that day forward, September of 2019, I became obsessed with wanting to look like that someday again. Does that make sense? So I was ready to quit going to the gym because everything changed. Then I said to my husband, like, now what? And thankfully I have a very loud, aggressive motherfucker that I'm married to who's just like this, says to me, shut the fuck up and go to the gym. Okay. I went to the gym. There was a bunch of people I knew who were all bodybuilders. I specifically remember talking to Michelle. I went up to her. She had an incredible body. I went up to her and I'm like, Michelle, I'm not going to do the show. Now what? Now what the fuck am I going to do? Like, why am I here? And she looked at me and she's like, why are you here? Shut the fuck up. Go take your pre-workout and go work out. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are to talk to me like that? I don't know you. We're not friends. We were just like gym acquaintances. Okay? Like, what? And then from that day forward, I'm like, okay. So I just went to the gym. I didn't pay attention to my diet. And I just went to the gym. I don't know why I went. I went because I got cursed at. I don't know. Anyway, March 2020, gym's closed, COVID. Became depressed. I gained 15 pounds. I was drinking like a fish, eating potato chips, doing all the things that you were all doing. And I realized I'm going down a slippery slope. And the only thing that's going to save me now is go live on Facebook. So I went live on Facebook in my pajamas, no makeup, because I still was trying to chase that photo in September. Anyway, make my story short, I finally got to the photo in September and I did a photo shoot. And on the photo shoot day, I was 123, maybe 122. And I was obviously really excited about the photo shoot. That's when you met me, exactly, Luella. And then shortly after that, I was back to 127, living in a hotel, 129, 130. And it's like, fucking A. Why am I not like the pictures from the photo shoot? And so the biggest thing that people don't share with you on social media is that when you lose 5 pounds and you're like, yeah, baby, I lost 5 pounds. And the next day you get on a scale and you're up a pound and you scratch your head like, what the fuck just happened? Why am I up a pound? You get depressed. And then you're like, I don't understand what happened. I don't understand what happened. And then the next day, now you're up 2 pounds. And then you start chasing how to get back to 5 pounds ago. Because you just lost 5 pounds and you remember how happy you were. So let's say you were 200 and now you're 195. And then suddenly you're 198. And when you reach back 198, you start doing the stupid shit again, like detoxing, buying a new program, not eating, doing too much cardio, complaining to every friend you know, crying your way back to 210. So I'm 123 today, but my stage weight, last stage weight was 122. So in my mind, I want to be 122. Now you're watching me going, do you know how good you look? I don't give a fuck what you think. Because in my head, I saw 122. Actually, I saw 120 2 weeks before the stage. And that fucked me up because I wanted to be 120. You always want to be the new low number. Doesn't matter what you weigh. 120, 119, 116. Doesn't matter. If you were 210 and now you're 205. If you were 250 and now you're 204. You don't want to be 250 again. So if you're 210 because it's Thanksgiving, you're going to be fucked up again. So this is what no one shares with you because I follow very fit people. Jamie, the bitch you saw today with the fucking running on the beach, splashing Celsius on herself on purpose. Or fine, maybe it was an accident. But anytime someone runs on the beach with a new drink, that shit splashes. So it hurts me because I see these women who have millions of followers and all they do is but then you don't see that, or you don't see, oh my God, the scale went up. The scale went up. The scale went up. Get it together. Get it together. Hi, everybody. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Did I act that really good? See, why don't I have my camera? Whew. So, that's the biggest secret online. I will need to cut this somehow and make it into a reel because I was trying to figure out how to share the truth because that's the truth. No one shares that this beauty you always see on Instagram, they don't feel like that all the time. And in fact, there's people I've been following for many years who share the same content from a year and two ago. Especially certain someone, Christmas photos. Her Christmas photos are the same year after year on TikTok. Same video. And if you follow me through Christmas, you will see that I will be 130 something for Christmas because I do not diet. I stop tracking, I stop calorie deficit, I stop whatever you see me do today, I stop. And I start eating candy, and then I enjoy my life. I don't stop exercising. I never stop exercising, okay? I will always exercise, but I stop tracking. I'm telling you right now. So if you learn the art of tracking, like legit learn the art of tracking, you don't need to track for the rest of your life because you know what it looks like. You know what foods make you lose weight. You know what foods make you gain weight. You get to know yourself through tracking better than you will ever get to know yourself in therapy, okay? Tracking will be your best therapy you will ever have. Because you also notice if you're not tracking, you start to gain weight. If you're not tracking, you forget what you ate and you start to like lose it. And then if you're not tracking and I start seeing weird numbers, then I know what I need to do to help you. Because we only get stronger together. Make sense? So, I don't know why you would stop exercising. So, you need to, you know yourself better than I do. Okay? So, if you know, because you're a perfectionist, if you know that this is never going to be perfect, then you pick what you can do perfect. And I can always do perfect exercise, but I can't do a perfect diet. Even if my exercise, like I was low energy today and it was completely shitty, and I get embarrassed that I'm live going to everybody else because just because I feel shitty doesn't mean I should be to other people because they might be feeling amazing. But you can't expect me to be perfect. I can't be a perfect mom, a perfect wife, a perfect chef, a perfect cleaning lady, a perfect coach, a perfect trainer. Like, it's impossible. So if I'm not feeling good and you know, if you're not live with me, you can always turn off the video and go do some better video. You don't have to do the exact same workout that I'm doing, which is why I'm really excited that I'm moving into an app, because in the app, I don't have to always be live and you don't always have to do the live workout. You can do whatever workout because I'm creating a series of workouts, right? So you can take the thing and be you in the app, right? So I'm excited because it is a lot of pressure to be live with everyone's like watching. And even if they're not watching, because anybody can turn off their phone and I don't know if anyone's watching, but in my head, I feel like people are judging, you know? So that's hard too. Oh, hi, Esmeralda. I'm glad you're here. Right, and I appreciate that. So I appreciate that you view me as your leader. I don't view myself as a leader. I actually don't even enjoy leading. I don't like to be a leader. I don't want to lead anyone. I want to be able to be in the crowd and be free with everybody else. I enjoy freedom. That's why I called my diet Eat Your Way to Fit. I don't want to box anyone into a diet. I want to box you in to learn how to be yourself and learn how you want to eat and stop restricting. Whatever you're restricting, stop restricting, right? Because once you start restricting, it's a slippery slope from there. So I was fighting with someone today on Facebook because I don't know if you saw, I posted the coconut chocolate video. Did you see that? So this chick sends me this video and says, you have to try this. Okay, let's try it. I watched the video, and of course it has hundreds of thousands of views, and the girl is slightly soft, Not that there's anything wrong with that. So hold on. Why it bothers me? Hang on. I have a very high expectation on what I want to look like. You do not have to look like me. You do not have to look like anyone. You have to want to look how you want to look like, right? Because I'm doing this shit with you. I am not telling you what to do. I am literally doing what I'm doing, telling you what to do, that I'm doing. So I have a high expectation of what I want. And I want a six-pack all the time, which I now know I can't have because I also enjoy eating. And when someone sends me videos and there's no education behind it, and the person is not fit, they're soft, but they're trying to hike up their clothes to pretend like there's some sort of fitness going on. And some women on Instagram literally keep their bodies the same in order to attract the same person. So if you follow someone for several years and they're still soft, I find that a problem. Because in 3 to 5 years, you shouldn't look the same as you did 5 years ago. If you're in fitness and weight loss, you should show weight loss. There should be some sort of transformation. So this woman was sharing a recipe that had, she did like 4 tablespoons of coconut oil and a scoop and a half of protein. 4 tablespoons of coconut oil is several hundred calories. So when I saw the video, I really didn't want to make it because I enjoy eating the whole thing. I am not one to take a little bite. I want to eat the entire watermelon, not a slice. I want to eat the entire bagel, not a bite. Okay? So this piece of chocolate that I ended up making, I could have ate that shit in 30 seconds. It was really good. And it was 30 grams of fat, the way I made it. And so when I did the video, I shared it's too much fat from me. Some asshole. I lost 132 pounds on keto. And on keto, we don't care about fat. And on keto, da-da-da-da-da. Fuck off. This isn't a fucking keto channel. You know? Meanwhile, I lost 60 pounds. Actually, I lost 150 pounds. Or even more than that if you really want to go there. Because I was chunky at 14. But you see what I'm saying? So, there's always people who try and like bring me down. Or there's always people who don't know me very well and share these other things. So my point is, you have to know who's real. You have to know the stuff that you see online. 80% of the time is not real, especially the girls who are always perfect. And the only people who are always perfect, if you want to look her up, there's this girl, Ashley, who's a professional bikini competitor. She is always perfect. She is so perfect. I've never seen her take a bite of a donut. When she gets off the stage, her cheat is a sip of a Diet Coke. Why, you ask? Because she doesn't care about food. She literally does not care. I want to go out for pizza. She doesn't care to go out for pizza. I want to go out for nachos or ice cream. She doesn't care. So there's people who are perfect in our eyes because they don't care. There's only a few people like that who just do not care about food. I wish I could like interview her, because like, what's it like not to care about food? But she also grew up as a gymnast. You don't care about food? See, if you don't care about food, okay, maybe you're not understanding me. There's a difference between someone who doesn't care about food, like nachos, pizza, you know, fun food, because she eats 100% healthy. But if you're not eating because you don't care about food, that's completely different than what I'm saying about people who don't care about having nachos, who have like perfect Instagram body. You know what I'm saying? So that's the end of my speech. Right, I can eat all day. You live to eat, others eat. Right, exactly. So she trains to compete. She's on stage like every week. So she eats for competition. I eat to live. And then I do a competition to suffer, to challenge my mind, to challenge my body, to strengthen myself for my 50-year-old future self. Does that make sense? So, you're not dedicated, right? But you're dedicated to whatever you're already dedicated to. So, you are dedicated. Because look how far you've come. That's dedication. Both of you, are you kidding me? That's dedication. You're dedicated to your lifestyle. You're dedicated to your family, to your health. You're dedicated to your feeling good in your mind. That's still dedication. You don't have to, none of us have to be dedicated to this girl's level, but it's still whatever dedication to yourself, right? So, which is good, right? You know who you are and you know where you want to be. All right, let me answer. Esmeralda, you still here? I'm trying to open your message. And then we'll do, what's the next sign? Who's here? Do we have a Aquarius? Esmeralda, did you hear my speech about learning the art of tracking? Okay. I didn't do Leo yet. I was trying to go in the month order. I should have started with Aquarius. I started with Capricorn. No, Capricorn's first. That's right. Capricorn's January. Okay. You always look forward to my... Yeah, me too. I look forward to my cheat meal. I did Virgo yesterday. So let me answer Esmeralda quick. Esmeralda, when's your birthday? Since this is going to teach you guys too. When's your birthday? Oh, so you didn't hear the Capricorn? You didn't hear the Capricorn, you didn't hear the Capricorn video either? Okay. Okay, so you're asking me, you're learning how to track the food. Your question is, you lost 6 pounds. You don't want to lose any more, but you'd like to tone up, build muscle. You're working out using my videos 5 days a week. Do I need to eat more or less protein, carbs? Okay, so if you look at the dashboard of the app, it says you're the same weight. So from what I'm seeing, your weight hasn't been updated in 28 days. So you need to update the app, number one. Then you need to go into settings. But before you do that, you're going, okay, I probably we'll do a back together. But I'll text you when I wake up for cardio. You'll be up 6:30. I don't think I'll be up that early. Oh my God, it's already 8:12. Damn. Anyway, I'll shoot you a message. Okay, so it says you need to eat 1,650 calories in order to lose weight. Okay, Helen, I'll see you tomorrow. So if you want to maintain your weight, then you would go into settings under nutrition and change to goal maintain. And then it's going to spike up your calories to like 1,900. It's going to spike your protein much higher. It's going to spike your carbs a lot higher. And you're going to probably have a panic attack when you see it. And then if I look at your nutrition tracking, no offense, but it's not consistent. So if you were to ask me what you should do, you should learn the art of tracking, because you have no idea what you're doing. I can see you have no idea what you're doing, and it's okay. So if you're literally eating like this, which is not enough protein, not enough carbs, not enough anything, then you're not going to gain any muscle. You're only going to gain a bunch of fat. So to gain muscle is by increasing your calories. It's by increasing your protein. It's by increasing your carbs and increasing your fat. So if you're going to increase anything without the education, you're just going to gain fat. Anytime you overeat and anytime you don't eat correctly, you gain fat. Your body stores fat every single day when it's stressed, when it's not sleeping enough, when it doesn't get enough calories, when it doesn't exercise enough. Now, I know you're doing my workouts, but let's be honest. What does that really mean? What does that mean, you're doing my workouts? Are you doing my workouts lifting 5-pound weights? Are you doing my workouts not lifting any weight, right? When someone says, I go to the gym 5 days a week, you know what that means? They went, they opened the doors, they walked in, they spent a lot of time on the phone, they visited with their friends, they sat on the machine while they were on the phone texting whoever. They didn't actually do anything, and then they leave, and then they don't see any progress with their body, and then they're on TikTok saying, I go to the gym 5 days a week. Anytime someone says to me they go to the gym, they're not doing what I would be doing if I went to the gym. So people don't even know how to work out when they go to the gym. If no one spends the time educating themselves, studying fitness, studying how to be a personal trainer, hiring a personal trainer, hiring a coach, they don't know what they're doing. Just like Angelica, are you still there? So or Courtney, okay? So Courtney and I were talking yesterday about marketing. I shared how I don't know marketing. Like, I don't know real marketing. She shared she knows marketing. So imagine if I go to Courtney and I'm like, Courtney, I know marketing. And then Courtney is gonna ask me some question and I'll be like, I don't know, right? Or whatever you work, and I don't work with you, but imagine I went to your job. For those of you who have a full-time job, do you think I can go to your job tomorrow and do your job better than you? Anyone? Same with your kids. Do you think I could go to your house and parent your children better than you? Can I parent your children as good as you? No. Because I'm not educated in your children. You're not educated in my children, right? We couldn't do each other's jobs just from day one. So don't expect to see like some major progress of gaining muscle when you don't have any education on how to track the food, because you might not like your result if you skip a step, right? So the best way to build muscle is to learn the art of tracking. Learn your mind, okay? To get fit, it's not like that. To get fit is like, I don't know. And then it's no one knows your body. No one knows your mind. No one knows anything, right? So step number one, learn your job. Your job is to learn your body. Just like I can't parent your kids, you can't just build muscle tomorrow, right? You have to spend the time learning. Does that make sense? And that is the biggest struggle everybody has. We all want something so fast, and then we get frustrated why we're not getting this thing that we want, that we don't have any knowledge or experience with. I have cleaning people who come to my house, and every time they come to my house, they've been with me for a year. Every time they come over, they put my cutting board with my meal prep Tupperware. And it annoys me every time, because when I always move my cutting boards back to the same spot that I have them every single day. Then they come over and they keep putting them back to where I don't want them. They're not learning. They probably forgot, actually, because they've been with me for a year and I keep forgetting to remind them where I like my cutting board. You know what I'm saying? No one even can remember their own stuff. You will forget how to, you know, something you used to know 10 years ago, you'll forget. It's impossible to remember everything. So that's why it's really important to learn. And you're the only one who can learn yourself, okay? So since Sonia is here, let's do, I told her on Sunday where we're gonna do Cancer, or Saturday, whatever that was. So let's do the video on Cancer. I know I skipped, but I promised you on Saturday, so I don't want to forget this time. Oh, oops. I had to. Whew. I forgot to put the word zodiac, and I'm getting like a bunch of videos that we don't want to see.
Never, ever say these 7 things to Cancer. Cancers are known for being one of the most sensitive yet dedicated signs in the zodiac. Have one as your friend or family member, and though there will be plenty of drama, you can be rest assured you'll always have someone in your corner. Because of who they are, though, it's surprisingly easy to hurt their feelings, so make sure not to say any of these 7 things to a Cancer. Number 1, don't manipulate me. Cancers are deeply in touch with their emotions, and they're often just as skilled at identifying emotions in other people. This gives them the ability to understand others to an unsettling degree, which can give the impression that they're actively manipulating people. Don't get us wrong, Cancers can and will manipulate people's emotions when they need to do it, but this doesn't mean that they're always going to do it, and accusing them of that can often end in disaster. Number 2, don't be overbearing. Cancerians tend to be very caring, and it's easy for them to go overboard when showing their love to others. They'll fuss and worry over those who they care about, whether the other person wants them to or not, which can be endearing, but also overwhelming. If a Cancer's overwhelming you with their love, let them know, but choose your words carefully to avoid hurting their feelings. Number 3, don't be so quiet. Cancers tend to be very quiet, as they like to live in their own head and move at their own pace. They're not exuberant in their expressions, even when they're enjoying themselves, which can be mistaken for being quiet and withdrawn. Number 4, you're too serious. Not only do Cancers appear to be quieter than others, but they also appear to be more serious, if not downright aloof. This couldn't be further from the truth, as Cancers can be very amusing and fun individuals. They just need to be in an environment where they feel comfortable before sharing this side of themselves. Number 5, why do you see your family so often? There's nothing more critical to Cancers than their family, and this means that even if they live in a whole different city or country, they'll always make the effort to stay in touch and talk to them as often as possible. This can be confusing, if not downright annoying to other people, but you need to understand that most Cancers build their life around their families, so asking them to be less family-oriented is like asking water to stop being wet. Number 6, you're too sensitive. Whether they admit it or not, Cancers are compassionate souls that can be easily insulted or annoyed. The easiest way to insult them? Calling them out on this trait and making them feel like there's something wrong with being sensitive. And number 7, don't be so clingy. Cancerians care. They care so much that it can be overwhelming, if not downright suffocating. Knowing a Cancer is all fun and games, until they're calling you every day or making weird assumptions about you being angry with them because you don't talk to them enough. This clinginess and overbearingness can be annoying and overwhelming, but you need to remind yourself that they do it because they care. Now, tell us one thing which you hate to hear in the comments box. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and
21.
Oh, that's so funny. I dated a Cancer, and he would like beg at my front door to let him in. he was. I'm a Gemini, and me and a Cancer, like man Cancer, Gemini female. No, he like wanted to literally chain me to like his arm. I was at his house with his family every Sunday. He was so sensitive, and at that time I was trying to take the Series 7 test. So it was just like bad timing. But yeah, he was needy, and he was a guy. So my dad was a Cancer. I don't remember him being very needy, but my mom was extremely mentally abusive to my dad, and he was severely sensitive, which is quite possible that he caused his own car accident that he died in, because she was such a mean woman. And she was a Pisces. Yeah, Pisces. My mom was a Pisces, and my dad was a Cancer. Sonia, when's your birthday? Yeah, tough. But, not all, men, your kid's dad is a Cancer. So, men Cancer, women Cancer, different people, right? So I'm a Gemini, my son is a Gemini, and he's a slightly different. And you're June 30th, so you're probably kind of on a cusp. You could have some Gemini in you too. Yep. You got it on the money. My dad was definitely tortured by my mom. So remember I showed you that one picture of me and my mom that I said I don't want to look like her. So it just reminds me she was such a mean person. But then sometimes I also have to think, if she wasn't so aggressive and if she wasn't so pushy and mean, then I may not be as strong as I am today, right? So I feel like, her being all these things that I don't want to be makes me a better mom, because I'm not like that with my kids, and I'm not like that with my husband. So that's good too, right? Right. Yeah, when you say it out loud, it's, I don't know if you could see, my eye is like twitching every time I get stressed talking about it. This eye starts to like twitch. It's been twitching for too long. Is it doing it? You'll catch it. Yeah. So interesting to hear these sign things, because then it also, I think, especially with like fitness, I think it helps you figure out yourself, right? Esmeralda, you said you were a Capricorn, so we already did Capricorn. But we could do it again. This is on YouTube if anybody wants to Google your own sign.
Like, share, and let us know your thoughts.
6 negative personality traits of Capricorn zodiac sign explained.
There you go.
If there's such a thing as a controversial zodiac sign, then that's exactly what Capricorn is. No one seems to be indifferent towards Capricorns. Either they love them or they hate them. There's no in between. But why is that? After all, they're hard workers, persistent, intelligent, great planners, and responsible, all of which are things a lot of people look for in friends and lovers, right? To find out why people have such strong opinions of Capricorns, we've dwelled on their personalities, tastes, dislikes, and habits to uncover the 6 most negative Capricorn personality traits. Once you know what these traits are, you'll understand why Capricorn is such a controversial sign. Here are the 6 negative personality traits of Capricorn. Number 1. Once wrong, they never forgive. No one can hold on to a grudge like Capricorns. Sure, they might reach a truce and act like everything is all right, but they find it incredibly hard to forgive others. It doesn't matter how much you apologize or what you attempt to do to get back in their good graces. Once a Capricorn is sincerely, deeply angry at you, there's no getting back their trust. Capricorns find it very hard to trust others to begin with. So if you show yourself capable of hurting them, they'll stop trusting you with the same intensity. Sure, they might find it in themselves to give you a second chance, but things will be different enough that you'll notice. Luckily, it takes a while to get here with Capricorn, who doesn't take most things personally. Unluckily, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter if you're in the right. What you had with Capricorn is just not coming back. Number 2. They're annoying know-it-alls. Capricorns are deeply intellectual individuals who value thought over almost everything else. They pursue cerebral interests and are practically obsessed with learning new things, particularly when it comes to their favorite subjects. While there's nothing wrong with acquiring knowledge, Capricorn is in the bad habit of sharing it with others whether they want to hear it or not, which means that they're very likely to give explanations no one ever asked for, which can be incredibly annoying. To their credit, Capricorns are generally aware of this and will attempt to control themselves and restrict their info dump to those who actually want to hear it. It doesn't work every time, but they at least try. Number 3, they're incredibly condescending. Healthy, well-adapted Capricorns acknowledge that not everyone is into the same things as them, and that everyone has different interests and abilities. Unhealthy, immature Capricorns see others as idiots who don't know what they're doing and tend to look down on anyone who doesn't show some arbitrary level of knowledge on a particular subject of Capricorn's choice. While it's true that we all tend to like people better when there's shared interest, Capricorns tend to act condescending towards those they perceive as less intelligent or less capable. This goes double for the things they're particularly passionate about, as Capricorns will take other people's ignorance on the subject almost personally and will act like it's the other person's obligation to know more about that thing. Number 4. They're highly critical of other people's beliefs. There's nothing wrong with being skeptical of other people's personal beliefs, be them religious or superstitious. In fact, skepticism can be a healthy thing, which often leads to experimentation and useful discoveries that can propel humanity even further. What is wrong, though, is to weaponize that skepticism and use it to target other people's beliefs, particularly in situations where those beliefs aren't hurting anyone, and that's something Capricorn delights in doing. Being skeptical of other people's beliefs isn't a problem, but being highly confrontational and going after people's beliefs, even when other people are trying to keep their distance, is just asking for trouble and alienating people who just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because that's the thing about Capricorn. They'll go out of their way to find people who believe in something and will systematically attack them in hopes of showing them how wrong they are, sincerely believing they're doing them a favor. The only thing worse than a jerk is a militant one. Number 5. They're way too serious. While some Capricorns have a fantastic sense of humor, most of them tend to be overly serious in just about every aspect of their lives. They're highly logical, aloof, standoffish, and downright rigid at times, and they're not afraid of going after others if they disapprove of how other people are having fun. While there's nothing wrong with being a stick in the mud, being constantly on other people's business, attempting to police what they say and what they do is incredibly annoying. And unfortunately, it's something Capricorns are incredibly prone to. Yes, rules are there for a reason, and they usually exist to facilitate social interactions and just make everything easier for everyone. And in that sense, we get why Capricorns care so deeply about what others are doing. But there's such a thing as taking it too far. The truth of the matter is that Capricorns find it very hard to mind their own business, and, what's worse, they find it even harder to keep their opinions to themselves.
That's on YouTube, Donna. The site is YouTube.
If you've ever run into some stranger online who feels entitled to criticize your sense of humor or your personal taste, chances are you've encountered a Capricorn. Number 6, they're huge downers. Capricorns not only see the glass half empty, they see it as actively leaking. They're pessimists at heart, who choose to focus on every way things can go wrong rather than hope for the best. While this isn't necessarily a bad thing, a Capricorn will always have plans B through Z. It's undoubtedly an emotionally taxing situation by anyone who spends too much time around a Capricorn. Yes, planning for the worst is a good idea, but Capricorns seem to actively expect it, and no one wants to be around that kind of negativity. Wait, it gets worse. Remember how Capricorns are highly critical? Well, their critical personalities and their pessimistic tendencies often blend together into the near pathological need of poking holes into other people's plans and fantasies with absolutely no regard for how they make other people feel. They might think they're helping, since pointing out how things can go wrong is the best way of avoiding mistakes in the first place, but that's not necessarily how others see it. While Capricorns may see it as being logical and planning for the worst, others might see it as Capricorns being unnecessarily pessimistic, or worse, wanting them to fail. It's all about how Capricorn chooses to express themselves. Conclusion. To put it bluntly, Capricorns are the quintessential teacher's pet. They like to follow the rules, stick to a plan, and generally adhere to a clear and well-defined worldview and set of ideas. They like it even more when it's their worldview, which means they're very likely to try and make others follow it, whether they want to or not. In general, though, Capricorns aren't bad people, just plain annoying. Their biggest sin is taking themselves and their preferences way too seriously, and it's something most of them are capable of growing out of given enough pushback and time. Well-adapted, healthy Capricorns recognize that trying to dictate everyone's actions and interests is a fool's errand and try to focus only on the things they care about. It doesn't always work, but it works often enough that they can have good friends who enjoy spending time with them. Unfortunately, Capricorns, though, are a pain in the ass, and people often find themselves avoiding them just to spare themselves the annoyance of having to sit through yet another lecture, whether they're informed about all their shortcomings simply because they're not exactly like Capricorn envisions. Subtle, they are not. Thank you for watching the video. Please.
He is so funny. Wait, now I want to hear, what was this one? I accidentally found this one. See, I like how he said you follow the rules and you like to be organized. And my diet, that's eat your way to fit, is perfect for you. But then you have to just deal with yourself when things don't go perfectly the way you envision them. But that was so funny, the way I like this guy. I want to hear what negative personality traits of a Gemini. Negative personality traits of a Gemini. I'm scared. Any other Geminis? Angelica? Not Angelica. L, are you still here? I don't even know what the links are. If you go to YouTube and type these words, it comes up. There's so many. I'm just going click, click. I don't even know how to post. There's no link. See? It's just like this. It's just YouTube. Let's listen to...
Evil traits of Gemini.
I typed negative traits of what not to say to a sign. Let me see, is it this guy? It's called Zodiac Talks, is the channel.
5 negative personality traits of Gemini zodiac sign explained. It's not easy being a Gemini.
No.
Valuable, impulsive, sarcastic, and materialistic. Everyone and their mother seems to be aware of Gemini's negative personality traits. However, while we all know that Geminis can be flighty and change their mind...
Wait,
Evil traits of Gemini zodiac sign. While any sign has the propensity to be evil, each sign has its own particular evil that manifests through the sign's undesirable characteristics. There are different degrees of evil, from pettiness to betrayal and psychopathic tendencies. Let's take a look at some undesirable characteristics of the sign Gemini to see how their particular form of evil manifests. Number 1. Disparaging. Geminis are known for their intellectual abilities and their broad vocabulary. They're also known for their impatience and selfishness, and when you mix these traits together, you get someone with a tongue like a sword.
Ooh.
Not all Geminis are prone to bullying or disregarding people's feelings, but there are many who can be mean and cruel for the sake of being mean and cruel. When Geminis want to attack, they make sure to hit all of the critical places to inflict lots of damage. More than just insults, Geminis have the tendency to disparage anyone who they want to see torn down, and they're good at making a demon out of their victim or opponent. To disparage is to attack the core of someone's character, and that includes
People who are born under the Gemini sign can sometimes get a reputation for being a bit, well...
Oh, I sometimes, if I get a hater, I sometimes respond just like he said, and then I realize I shouldn't do that because now I'm learning, and then I delete and block the person. But 2 years ago, I had a viral video and I got hated on for 3 months straight. And I did fight back with like every single person, where some of my clients started to be like, you're going crazy. I was going crazy because I was getting so much hate from one video that I didn't know how to handle it, because it was just daily, like do. So I had to do some self-reflecting and learning who I am. So I actually improved with my own personality and my own mind and everything else that you now see me today. It took a good 1.5 years to do some mental mindset training that I continue to do almost every single day. This is why I have like journals and lots of books. And I'm working on a vision board. Oh, your mother? I was going to say that also explains. My mother, see, vision board. I'm also working on a vision board. Was your mom a Gemini? It's June. I'm June 2nd.
Or worse, letting other people choose for them. Number 2, they're very anxious people. Emotions always pull them in all directions, making it very hard for Gemini to make a choice, no matter how simple it might appear to be. While their capriciousness nature is to blame for most of their negative traits, Gemini really struggles with this aspect of their personality.
Wait.
As life is but a series. One of the biggest criticisms people have about Gemini is that they find it ridiculously
Bye,
hard
Sonia.
to
I'll
make
see you tomorrow.
decisions. And this one is entirely true. As the quintessential air sign, Gemini is voluble and flighty, and their desires and emotions always pull them in all directions, making it very hard for Gemini to make a choice, no matter how simple it might appear to be. While their capriciousness nature is to blame for most of their negative traits, Gemini really struggles with this aspect of their personality, as life is but a series of choices, and they often walk around feeling like they've made the wrong one. Though Gemini isn't known for being overthinkers, the reality is that they are, and it's this particular characteristic that complicates their decision-making process to the point where it becomes a problem. All Gemini tend to have trouble making decisions, or at least being sure of the things they've chosen. But unhealthy ones tend to take this to a whole new level, often feeling paralyzed with indecisions whenever it comes to make a choice, or worse, letting other people choose for them. Number 2, they're very anxious people. Gemini is one of the most anxious signs of the zodiac, and considering their relationship with decision-making, this really shouldn't surprise anyone. Who wouldn't be anxious when you're second-guessing all of your choices? While it's true they change their mind often because of their flighty nature, they also do it because they're anxious about making the wrong choice. And while they're very aware of this characteristic, they often find it hard to break out of the feedback loop that makes them catastrophize all their choices, which in turn makes them even more anxious, and so on. Healthy, well-adapted Geminis often develop coping mechanisms with which they can control their anxieties and their emotions, though they usually get there through trial and error. Younger Geminis, or those who haven't found a reliable coping mechanism, often fall into unhealthy habits in an attempt to control or at least ignore their anxiety, making this one of Gemini's most harmful traits for themselves and others. Whether or not they found a healthy coping mechanism is irrelevant to the emotions that lead them to feel anxious. To begin with, though, Geminis are naturally inclined towards overcomplicating everything in their life, so anxiety is something they just have to learn how to live with. Number 3, they're super sarcastic. One of the most popular coping mechanism for Gemini is sarcasm, and frankly, no one is surprised by that. Their natural charisma and clever personalities make it easy for Geminis to come up with witty retorts and commentaries, which lend itself wonderfully towards sarcastic personalities, so it's not uncommon to find a sarcastic Gemini. In fact, it's kind of expected. While there's nothing wrong with being sarcastic per se, Geminis tend to use sarcasm as a shield, resulting in dark, often caustic comments that can easily hurt or alienate people, even those who enjoy Gemini's more aggressive sense of humor. It gets worse, though. Sarcasm can quickly get out of hand when you're using it to mask your insecurities and your anxieties. And that's something that often happens to Gemini. They'll make a joke at a completely inappropriate time, be sarcastic when someone asks for genuine advice, or just be plain rude, and try to pass it as being sarcastic.
Yep.
Older Geminis often learn to stop and reflect on the positive effects of their sarcasm before they open their mouth. But this is usually a trait acquired through experience, more than any conscious choice of
Definitely getting better. I am uncomfortable, and I do make sarcastic, and they, exactly.
their own. The good news, though, is that any Gemini out there can decide to be less of a sarcastic ass. The bad news is that it will take hard work and time. Number 4, they can be incredibly materialistic. Geminis tend to be one of the most materialistic signs in the zodiac, though after the previous 3 negative aspects of their personality, it is little easier to understand why. Material goods are real. They're things that are there, that you can touch and trust and experience, no matter how many times you second-guessed yourself. Sure, you can regret getting material good in question, but if you choose not to, or you can't, you're left with an actual thing with weight and presence that you can't second guess. This, more than anything else, is the appeal of material goods to Gemini. Yes, they're beauty lovers, and they enjoy pampering themselves. Who doesn't? But there's an undeniable appeal to things you can touch and experience that really speaks to them, particularly when they're feeling anxious and don't know what to do with that energy. Think of it that way. If you're sure you've screwed something up, or you're dreading that you will, buying new clothes won't change the past, but it'll help you take your mind off things, and regardless of what happens in the future, you'll be left with beautiful new clothes. Geminis know that having the latest phones and a new car won't bring them happiness, but it will give them something to focus on when things get particularly hard. Number 5.
I went shopping today. Exactly. I felt good doing it, and then I'm over it.
They're very impulsive.
Yes,
This is the last piece of the puzzle behind Gemini's negative personality traits. And like everything else, it makes perfect sense once you analyze it. Though you'd expect that an overthinker who second guesses their every choice would be the least impulsive person on the planet, Gemini is actually quite impulsive, making all kinds of weird decisions regardless of the consequences. Look at it from their perspective, though. Overthinking and doubting your every choice is just plain exhausting, and sometimes you just need to say to hell with it and go with the flow. One of the most effective ways of not worrying about our choices is choosing at random and roll with the punches, and that's precisely the mentality behind Gemini's impulsivity. It's not the best coping mechanism, and more often than not, it comes back to bite Gemini's ass. But it's still a consistent trait amongst Gemini born, and one you should keep in mind when interacting with this fascinating sign. Conclusion: though they often get a fame for being flighty and unpredictable, Geminis are one of the easiest zodiac signs to understand. They're far less inconsistent than people assume they are, and far more analytical than people give them credit for. They're overthinkers, plain and simple. And that overthinker results in most of the negative aspects of their personality. Their overthinking and overanalyzing, particularly when it comes to their own choices, makes it hard for them to choose to begin with. A flaw that makes them feel anxious and scared, which in turn they cover with vicious sarcasm and the restless pursuit of material goods. Most, if not all, the Gemini's negative personality traits are unhealthy coping mechanisms for their out-of-control anxiety. And while the naturality with which one trait leads to the other might make it seem like all is unavoidable, the truth is that Gemini's flaws are some of the easiest to fix. Tackle that anxiety, and you'll be on top of the world.
Oh.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and...
Wow.
Understanding Chip.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what's your I was trying to do someone's order. That was so funny. Should we listen to another one? While I do another order. And while I have you, I don't know if you saw, I'm doing free leggings with the purchase of a sweat belt. What's your order number? Shoot. I'm confused with something. Should we do another one? What else? And just FYI, if you're gonna continue to do my workouts and you don't have the 11-piece bands, you might want to order them ASAP, because I'm not going to sell them anymore. I'm getting rid of them. So I'm getting rid of my bands. I'm getting rid of all my inventory other than my other than my waist trainers and my sleep waist trainers. So I'm getting rid of all of this except this sleep trainers. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. I'm still gonna use them. Yes. Yeah. And if you're ordering them tonight, you'll have to let me know because I have to change the pricing on there. So this is the 11-piece set bands. And then because I'm getting rid of them, I'm including the mini bands. This is 5 mini bands. And this red one. So you're getting all my bands for the price of one. There's one more. There's one more purple. Oh, here it is. This one is 100 pounds. And I want you to have it just in case 6 months from now you'll be ready to use it. Sometimes I use it, especially if you don't have. Oh, hold on, let me change the price back to normal. Yeah, it's on my website. Let me change the price back to normal because I was doing a detox special and including a phone call. It's $149 in case. So it came with a detox, a meal plan, a phone call. So let me bring it back to the regular price. So it's $59.99. I changed it. There you go. Do you start upper body or lower? Veronica, is this your first time going to the gym? No? So then you do, what do you normally do? So I do, everyone's different. It's upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower. But it depends. It's, I don't know how to answer. I'm doing a bodybuilding prep, so I do lower body 3 times a week because I'm trying to grow my glutes and I'm trying to grow my legs. So I don't do chest. I think chest is a waste of an exercise. It's really difficult to build chest muscle, and even if you build chest muscle, you're never going to have a perky chest. If you're a breasted female, your breasts are never going to be full unless you get an implant. So I find it doesn't make sense to do chest unless you're 90 pounds soaking wet. Then yes, people who have an A cup or B cup should do chest because then they can get like really sexy muscle here. So that's my opinion. So then I don't know what your goal is with your body. I don't know where you're at, but generally it's upper, lower, upper, lower. Especially if you're gonna lift heavy. Does that answer the question? Does that help? Okay. Cool. Okay. Crazy chicken lady, are you, let me know if you're going on my website so I can also include leggings. Okay. So, and then you want to make sure you're, you want to make sure you know how to work out. I don't know what gym you go to, but if you don't know how to work out, grab a trainer and have them show you how to work out. So most people don't know how to work out. So if you don't know how to work out, you can either waste your time going to the gym, or you can hurt yourself, or you could not get the result that you're looking for. So there's a very specific way to get fit, and it starts with nutrition, and it also starts with how you work out. Does that make sense? It's something really difficult to explain. No, if you're going to order the leggings, are you going to order them? If you're ordering them tonight, I'm going to package it in front of you. And if you're ordering them later, tell me the size. Tell me what size leggings you are. What I have small, I have extra small, small, and medium left. You've been on and off to the gym. I just need, okay. So if you're on and off of the gym, I don't know what you mean by you need to get focused. Because it's another problem is getting focused. No one ever gets focused unless I didn't get focused until I hired a coach. So if you're going to get focused, you want to make sure you also create your gym plan. Like, you can't go to the gym without a notebook. Like, what are you going to do when you get there? What machines are you going to do? How many times? How many reps? How much are you going to lift? How much did you lift last week? Right? All that. You've been working with an awesome personal trainer for 2 months. Oh, my extreme. Oh, good. So now you can't stop. You have to keep working with your personal trainer, and you need to keep doing whatever you're doing with your personal trainer. And then, your diet, you know that. Yeah, did it send you a code? You could use TT10 to get 10% off if you forgot what the code is that it sent you. Thank you. Should we do another who else is left? Is there anyone else that we were gonna do you and we didn't? Any other sign? Okay, let me do your order. What size leggings? Oh, would you be a medium bra too? Medium bra? Can I include a medium bra with your medium leggings? What is the YouTube for large bra? I don't know if I don't think I have any left. I'm not sure what you mean by what is the YouTube? What is the YouTube what? If you're asking what is the YouTube for the zodiac sign, it's just YouTube zodiac. Search zodiac, whatever your search zodiac. Oh, I'm not sure. Tell me what you're asking. Hi, user number. Is almond milk is fine. There's nothing wrong with almond milk. Everyone has different stomachs. So if you can digest almond milk, drink your almond milk. I don't have any more bras, large. You want to try a medium bra? You want to try a medium bra? Oh. Maybe not. I think I'm out of medium bra too. Let me go check my garage one more time. Hi, Dawn. Small. Hi, Hoden Young. I think I might be out of medium bras too. That's why I'm giving them all away. So I'm giving away leggings, whatever I have left, with a purchase. I've been trying to get rid of my leggings. Ooh. Hurt my neighbor talking. And then I can bring in new clothes. My website is Karina Rabin, RABIN.com. RABIN.com. So even if you have daughters that you want to get leggings for, in case you're not a small, but your kids are a small, because I have extra small. I have extra small top, extra small bottom. Oh, found something. Found small bottom. Small bottom. No medium tops. Small bottom. Melissa. I'm like, hi, Melissa. What was the podcast? That you used to have? Yeah, no medium tops. So, leggings it is. Unless you have a daughter who's a small. Do you have a daughter? Ooh. Okay. Will she fit into a small bottom? Okay, hold on. Will she fit into? She's 16. Will she fit into a small top, or do you want me to include a small bottom? And then you guys can match. Small? Okay. Small. There you go. Small bottom and a small top is coming your way. Now I need to go back to the garage. And then Veronica, I'll do you. Let me go back outside. Creepy Girls Cul-de-sac. Oh, Oh, that sounds cool. Now you just guest host. Huh. How do you guest host on other people? I want to guest host on a podcast. Did you get the bands too? You said small? Small. Small. Small, small. I do ship to, yes, but it's like $80 to ship. So it's not free for me to ship outside of the United States. Okay. There you go. It's just not free for me to ship to New Zealand. Do you know what you wanted to get? So I just always double check that you're getting everything. This is the butt that goes into your door. These are your ankle straps. That's your strap on. You're gonna hear me say, get your strap on. You're gonna get your strap on. Yeah, this is yours. Strap on. Okay. You have your strap on, your handles, and your bands. Okay? So these bands go through the loop. Okay? Oh. Do fitness podcast, share recipe, workout. I don't know. I have a podcast that I'm not very good at always posting. It's so hard for me to keep up with my podcast because I can't keep up with, so this is going in. I can't keep up with I feel like with podcasts you have to be so consistent and it's hard for me to be consistent. Like, how are you consistent with everything? Nora, my day was exhausting. I'm 13 days out. So you're not going to be able to use this band right away because this is really heavy unless you do legs, and you'll see how I use it, because we'll do hamstrings with this and glutes. This one is my favorite band. It's stronger than the 11-piece band. And then all your clothes. Send me a picture. Kickbox. What's kickbox? Oh, you kickbox for fun? Oh, I like kickboxing for fun. I'm going to take my kids to MMA class. Oh, are you telling me I should podcast? I have a podcast. It's on Spotify. It's called Eat Your Way to Fit. I even have you never heard my podcast? I even have a podcast. I don't know if you'll find this one. This is one of my old podcasts. When I first started. This one is called Karina Raven Fitness. Oh, here. This is 5 minutes. Wait, 4 minutes. Welcome, I'm Karina Raven, and this is my new podcast, Karina Raven Fitness, bringing to you from Freeway. I'm on my way to hand out trophies at today's NPC bodybuilding competition here in Denver, Colorado, and what is better to do than... That's really funny. Wait, I'm doing your order. You said, what's, okay. Oh, Mary, I have yours. Is it Jennifer? What was the name on the order? So I don't send you the wrong... Franchella? Okay, Canada. Got it. Okay. Then I'm gonna... Let me put Canada. Because I'm going to have to do a, you know, what do you call it? When you do Canada, I have to do... customs. Yeah. So I'll finish this tomorrow because I have to weigh it, because this is not my normal weight anymore. Okay, now I gotta weigh it. All right, let's do Mary, what's your legging size? You had to get the bands because you've been so consistent and you're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. So handles, butt. Okay. So when you get your bands, you're going to put this in your door, anywhere, top of the door, side of the door, bottom of the door. And then you're going to close the door. This is going to go on one side of the door. This will be on the other side of the door. You'll hang them by your trip. Okay. And then you're going to put the bands through here. Okay? For when we do back and legs. Like today, I did legs, glutes. So I laid on the floor and I pulled on the bands. Because you need to tone your legs and tone your back. So this will hang from the top, the side, or the bottom. Okay? And then you said, and then minis. Let me get the purple one. So I'm going to send you the big purple one. I'm telling you right now, it's extremely heavy. Okay, so don't try to use it right away. You could play with it. If you're married, your husband can use it. It's really, really heavy. But for your future, from 6 months from now, when you're stronger, you'll be able to use it. Okay? Like, it took Helen 6 months before she started using it. I don't use it very often because not a lot of people have it. But you never know, when you get stronger, you'll want to use it. Okay? Especially if you go outside and you can hook it up around metal. It's really good for stretching. It's really good for legs. It's really good for legs. So when you get out of your comfort zone and when you get a little stronger, use it. Okay? You can see how big it is. Okay? And do you have one of these yet? This is the fitness plan. Don't throw this out. Take a picture. Put it on your fridge. I have to share this more. Put this on your fridge. Or put it in your bag. Okay? So, for example, when you go out to a restaurant and you're like, oh, what should I get? If you look at this. I put it in. Thank you for reminding me. So this says suggested grocery list: protein, chicken, thighs, fish, salmon, turkey, carbs, blah blah blah, healthy fat, blah blah blah. So when you take this with you to the restaurant, you can eat from here. Why does no one suggest liver for protein? My dad used to eat liver. I don't like liver. Let me see. I'll tell you. Let me see. How much protein is in 4 ounces of liver? 29. Oh, gosh. Yeah? Oh, you scared me. How many calories is 4 ounces of liver? 187. That's why. Because it's 187. It's not lean. It's 187 calories. How many grams of fat does 4 ounces of liver have? Four grams of fat. No, that's not less than chicken. I'm not running. I am trying to get rid of the sweat belts. Yes, I'm not running out yet. but I am trying to get rid of them. How many calories is 4 ounces of chicken breast? This says 187, but the chicken I buy, it's 140. So maybe it depends on the brand. The chicken I buy is 140. What liver brand do you buy? And how do you make liver? I forgot to put your packing. What was the other? Veronica? Or I guess I could send her the same size as I see. Do you know what I'm saying? You put it in a pan with onion, and then do you use medium belt? I guess she'll take a small legging. Are you still there? Oh, there. Yeah. See, look, did you hear me? Did you hear me? I said, I guess she'll take a small legging. Did you hear me? Isn't that funny? No oil? What do you mean no oil? Will you use Pam? What is the sodium milligrams for 4 ounces of liver? It's not that high. 78 milligrams. Oh, it's beef. Is it beef liver? Is it beef liver? Is it beef? I don't eat liver. Is it beef? How long does it take to digest liver? The normal range of transit time includes the following: gastric emptying 2 to 5 hours, that's not the question. How long does it take to digest liver? Is liver a good choice? For your health? Well, yeah, I am trying to find something wrong with it. Yeah, the reason I'm trying to find something wrong with it is to see why people don't recommend it. So I want to see what's wrong with it. Absolutely. Liver is one of the most nutritionally dense foods on the planet, with significant amounts of iron, riboflavin, vitamin B12, vitamin A, and copper. Eating a single serving of liver can help you meet your daily recommended amount of most of these vitamins and minerals, reducing your risk of nutrient deficiency. So I'm trying to see what is wrong with liver, because you're right. I never even considered it. Beef liver is perhaps the most nutritious and healthy meat you can eat. Cholesterol? Okay, let's see. What is liver's cholesterol? Cholesterol is a fat-like waxy substance that helps your body make cell membranes. Many hormone. The cholesterol in your blood comes from source, the food you eat. Your liver makes all the cholesterol your body needs. So, okay, let's ask that question. How come liver is not shared among fitness enthusiasts? I can't find even the right words. How come liver is not popular? Wait, how come? Okay. A popular objection to eating liver is the belief that the liver is a storage organ for toxins in the body. While it is true that one of the liver's role is to neutralize toxins such as drugs, chemical agents, and poisons, it does not store these toxins. One reason liver is not as popular in America is that it's slightly more difficult to cook than other meats. When not prepared properly, it will be less appetizing than other meats prepared in the same way. This discourages people from learning how to cook it properly to even including it in their diet. There you go. There's the answer. Huh. So, small legging. 1 second. Small legging, sweat belt, medium. Small legging. Don't forget the card. Oh, excuse me, the card. Well, I don't know how to cook liver. Melissa, would you like to record yourself cooking liver? I'll gladly try it. Can I air fry it? Would you air fry liver? Ooh, Veronica. We were kind of neighbors. Hug. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. There's this hot guy I met once where you live, and I drove from LA. Forgot his name. He was really hot. What would you need? I'm trying to think of his name. He was really good looking. I'm sorry. I'm visualizing. Don't you love that we can visualize? Oh my gosh. If we can visualize these experiences, then if we visualize to be fit, and if we visualize that we stay on track, if we visualize what we want all the time, we would all feel so much better and accomplish what we visualize. But gosh, it is so hard to visualize what I want every single day. So I'm a huge believer in manifestation and vision board. Like my vision board, you see it has a lot of white space because I can't even like sit and finish it. Every single morning, I try and write affirmations. You could see I missed that today. So this book is to write affirmations at night and the morning. July 5th morning, July 5th at night, July 10th morning. I started January 24th. January 22nd, January 23rd, 26, 29, February 9th, February 14th, February 18th, March 17th, March 18th, 19th, 22nd, March 20th, 21st, 23rd, 24th, 29th. See, if I'm consistent, here, May 24th, 25th, 31st, June 1st. That's it. How do you do audio version? Audio version? That's a lot of stress. What, to write? What's a lot of stress? To write? So I know for sure, I promise you on my parents' grave, I know for sure that if I write morning affirmations, let me show you. I'm grateful for Jared's loving relationship, my boys, good behavior, my boys' good behavior, grateful for supportive clients. That's you. TikTok, viral opportunity, goals for today, workout plan right now, eat super good. I'm excited about winning Bikini Masters, and then blank. I'm telling you, if I do this every single day, I'm always happy. Now I hear my husband. If I do that every single day, I'm always happy. I feel happy, and then I stop. And then I go back to not happy. So is it stressful to write? No, because it's 3 sentences. So I was talking to one of my girlfriends today, and she suggested that I put it into my routine. So like I have a routine, wake up, brush my teeth, make coffee. I should fit in to do it then. Because when I make coffee, I'm standing there waiting for the machine to make coffee. I could have my notebook next to the coffee machine and write. Oh, okay, Veronica, have a good workout. Make sure you write down what you do. And then I gotta go. My kids, I hear my husband wants me to put the kids to bed and he's already sleeping. But you know what I'm saying? So it's really not stressful. Oh, the collagen. You want the collagen. So you want, when you come here, Collagen. Collagen. That one. Yeah. You ready to go to bed? You ready to go to bed? I gotta go to bed. If you click on my website, if you go to my website and you click on... Okay, I'm coming. I gotta go. Can you message me on Instagram and I'll send you my link so you go directly to that. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm coming. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 Eastern. Thank you. Bye. Good night.